Hi, I'm Moonstar Galaxy, and I'm going to tell you about Herobrine's life, also known as Bryson. So let's go. Hi, I'm Herobrine from Minecraft, and I'm going to tell you about my life. If you don't know me, I'm Steve's twin brother. When we were born, me and Steve were exactly the same, except from our eyes. Mine were a greenish colour, and Steve's were a sky blue. You're wondering, don't I not have any pupils whatsoever? Well, when me and Steve were toddlers, I asked him to pass over the toy knife, but Steve threw the knife instead and hit one of my eyes, and then a pupil fell out. When I was playing with the knife, I poked it in my eye, and then the same thing happened with the other eye that Steve damaged. And a few years later, when me and Steve were kids, we loved to play with our wooden swords. But when Steve was getting a quick drink, I found a friendly zombie. When my dad found out, he killed the zombie. I know now that my dad was trying to protect me, but remember, I was still a kid. So I was angry and I burned the house down. Then I ran away. And a few years later, I became the mob king, the monster king. Then I created the Ender Dragon, the Wither, and the Elder Guardian. I felt a tight feeling in my stomach. I was missing Steve. I told the mobs the plan, so when Steve came to my base, the mobs and Steve had a big fight. Steve won. Then I came out of my hiding spot and asked Steve if he wanted to rule the mobs with me, but he said no. I was mad and upset at the same time. We had a massive sword fight. I stabbed Steve in the stomach and walked away. Steve said, "Where's the brother that I loved? I know. This is not the brother that I know today, that I knew years ago. Mobs and evil I heard footsteps. I looked over my shoulder. It was Steve. You have survived? I said, but in a matter of seconds he sliced across my stomach. I never died, but it felt like I was going to die. I knew Steve was right. What happened to me? So slowly I got up. I gave Steve a big hug and said I was sorry. When we got to Steve's town, they said that I had to go to prison. But before I asked if I can stay to get his award, the guard said, "Fine. We're not allowed, since he is your brother, okay." I said, "Thank you." After Steve got his reward, I gave him a wave. He waved right back. Then they took me away to my cell. A few days later, Steve was delivering stuff. I went to the window and watched him. He looked and gave me a wave. I waved back. Then I went to sit down in my cell. So Steve came up with a plan to break me out. He waited until night. Then he broke in and took the guards out. Then he came to find me. When he found me, we were trapped by guards. Steve took out his diamond sword and started to slay. Then we ran and ran, but there wasn't two sets of feet, only mine. Then I saw Steve in the river next to me. There was Steve. I ran to get him, but even though I can run as fast as the speed of light, but the river current is twice as fast as me. Then I saw something. It was a waterfall. And then I shouted, "Waterfall!" Don't think he can hear me, but he looked at the waterfall and then he tried to look at me, but I don't think he could see me. At least he tried, but then I tried to save him. I really tried, but he went over the waterfall. But then I had a plan, so I followed the river. Then I saw the sea. I knew what I needed to do, so I crafted a boat and then I set off to find my brother. It took days, but then I saw land and I saw a boat. Then I saw Steve. So I sailed over there and then climbed on the edge of the boat. But then I heard a boom. Then in the distance I saw a boat full of zombies. I peeked in and about there was a lot of fighting, but then I saw a giant zombie. So I jumped in the nick of time. Then I put my sword in the zombie's head. Then killed the rest. Then I pointed the cannon, then fired it at the boat. When the boat was sinking, I jumped. Then Steve caught me and pulled me up. I heard arrows and then I said, "Cannonball!" Steve, I mean it. I saw another one coming, so I got Steve out of the way. Steve said, "Abandon ship!" So we ran. I'd forgotten Steve can't run as fast as me. So I ran back to get him. But then I got captured too. Steve was first. I said, "Not behind bars again." Then I forgotten I had some rotten flesh. So I made it into a baby zombie. I told it to get the key and put it in the door and let us out. So the baby zombie done it. When we got to Steve's town, I told what happened. So they gave me a reward. Then Alex and Steve got together and had a child. They told me that I can stay with them as long as I want. Now it's your fifth. Now it's your fifth birthday. So here is my childhood wooden sword that I played with your dad, and I was going to teach you how to be as good as me and your dad. Thank you, Uncle. You're just like your dad, I said.